Welcome everybody to the Meet Damien live stream. Traders and investors, we are always taking a look at the price of Bitcoin whenever we get a chance to here. And right now we saw the price of Bitcoin creep as high as like $82,800 here on Coinbase Exchange earlier this morning. Right now Bitcoin kind of cooled off a little bit, hanging out near $81,430 here. And I don't see what's stopping Bitcoin from going up to this 2-day moving average, which we've been talking about, sitting at 83,100. I thought we were going to hit that earlier today, but it looks like we kind of got front ran a little bit and sold off before we hit that 200-day moving average. But this line here that's curving down, I think this is when we might see an end to this rally here. If there is going to be an end to this rally. If not, I mean, how much higher are we going to go? I mean, this is just like up and to the right and in very orderly fashion here. There's no violent corrections. We had something going on here towards the end of April here, April 27th and the 28th, where we had a few red days, but like it's been like green, green, green. One red day, green, green, green. Are we about to have another green day pushing us up to 83K? That all depends on what the momentum's like. Let's look at the momentum indicators here for Bitcoin. Right now, I see here on the MACD indicator, which is momentum indicator that I think everybody should be using, and most traders are familiar with the MACD, but if not, you know, here we are looking at it right now. We do have green buying pressure candles coming in here, showing that Bitcoin is looking fine and dandy to go to higher prices here on the daily time frame. We did have that little correction here, and towards the end of April, going into the beginning of May here. But if I was concerned about Bitcoin not going to higher prices and maybe doing another correction here, I would have to see like the blue line start curving down, and then I have to see some light green candles showing up here on the buying pressure candles here, kind of like we saw back here towards like April 20th, 25th, where we started seeing like light green coming in, and then we saw a little bit of a correction here. But you know, it could be just another correction if we actually do get, you know, light green candles, and then it could be on our way to higher highs one more time, make a higher low and then a higher high. Let's look at the other momentum indicator here. This is a paid indicator that you would have to pay to actually use. This is the DeluxeAlgo money flow divergence indicator here, which right now is showing money flows in green. And we did get a green buy dot here on last Friday, telling us to buy Bitcoin because Bitcoin's on its way to 80K. We saw that, you know, earlier this week, and now, you know, we saw hinting that Bitcoin could go to 83K, but it didn't. But I see that, you know, this is looking good for us to go to higher prices as well. Okay, momentum's to the upside. This gray stuff is going to the upside. You got a green buy dot that came in last Friday. Nothing here that tells me that, hey, you know, maybe we need to cool ourselves down here. The only thing that's telling me that we need to cool ourselves down here is this 200-day moving average, which I'm worried is going to act as a rejection. Okay, it's going to probably knock us down. I mean, it kind of almost did knock us down earlier today. You got front ran a little bit, but right now it's sitting at 83,100. I think that is the price that you should try to take profit on your longs. Not financial advice. Do whatever you want to do with your money. It's your money. It's not my money. I'm not a personal financial advisor, nor do I pretend to be. I'm just some guy here on YouTube and TikTok, just giving you my opinions about Bitcoin and hopefully entertaining you guys as well. But I know with my own money, I would sell at $83,000 just in case we get knocked down and we come back down below 80K and maybe go down into 70K. Okay. Wouldn't it be nice to sell high and buy low? Isn't that the whole point of making money, right? They tell you to sell high and buy low. So, you know, that would be a high water mark that I think, you know, professional traders around the world are looking at this 200-day moving average, and then also the trading bots, right? People program their trading bots to actually, you know, sell the 200-day moving average when it acts as resistance. So I think this is where we want to sell Bitcoin and crypto. I kind of want to look at the Bitcoin dominance and the USDT dominance after this to see what's going on there, because I bet you Tether dominance is at a low right now. But yeah, we'll take a look at that in the charts here, and then I'm just getting into the chat right now. I see that we have Striga Heart in the chat here. Good to see you, Striga Heart. He says, I buy high. Hey. I mean, you could buy high and then sell higher. That is another way to make money. I don't think it's the best way to make money, but you could buy high and sell higher. Sometimes that might be the only thing you're allowed to do, especially when Bitcoin just doesn't give us a chance to get a correction here or a dip. You know, the dip happened here in the end of April. We came down to this white line, the 21 EMA, and that was your only dip that you got. And before we started going up to higher prices again, so you could buy high and then sell higher if you want to. Yeah. We got Chef Kiki says it's going to 86, and then he says better short at 84. Yeah, I already identified you know, 84K on the chart here. 84,500 was a previous support back here for Bitcoin. Going back, if you just look at around like 84K areas, like where Bitcoin was bouncing off of here in December of 2025. And then here, $84,400 was, you know, December 18th of 2025. If you just look left, you can see that on the charts here. You have to think about the poor soul that bought here, thinking bought the dip on Bitcoin back in December. Yeah, it went up a little bit, but then it dropped down, and now they're underwater, and they're still underwater. And you know, that poor soul, they can finally sell Bitcoin at break even again at 84,500. If we ever do get up there, but it looks like we're about to get up there soon, so they can actually break even on their Bitcoin if they want to get out of Bitcoin. I don't know why they want to get out of Bitcoin, but maybe they bit a little bit more than they could chew, and they want to de-risk a little bit. You never know what people's situations are out there, but you know, that person that bought in December, they can finally break even again, like almost 6 months later. All right, I'm gonna look at tether dominance for you guys. I'm pretty sure it's starting to get really low, and there might be a violent reaction going the other way on tether dominance. Let's try to find tether dominance here, right? USDT tether dominance could tell us a story for us to pay attention to here. Right now, tether dominance is at 7.1%. We're getting close to getting down here to support. This 200-day average is below us here on tether dominance, and that's sitting at 6.78%. I think if we just see Bitcoin spike up to like 84, 85K here, you're probably going to see tether dominance drop down some more here. And then this could be where we get a bounce where, you know, Bitcoin might peak out at 85 or 86 or 87K. And then the altcoins might also peak out as well with Bitcoin doing that. And if Bitcoin has a nasty violent correction, then, you know, we might come down here, dip down, and bounce off this 200-day moving average on tether dominance. And, you know, if tether dominance is going to climb up to higher levels here, it could get rejected off the 21 EMA, sitting at 7.3%. Even more likely, it will probably most likely get rejected off of the 7.5 and 7.6% area, where the 50 and the 100 moving average are sitting at for tether dominance. Okay, that's what I'm paying attention to here with tether dominance. But let's see what's going on with the momentum. You know, we can treat this just like we do with any other asset. Let's see what the momentum's doing here on the MACD indicator. Momentum is showing that there was buying pressure here for tether dominance towards the end of April when Bitcoin had its correction. But then after that, Bitcoin powered up to higher prices, and then tether dominance buying pressure died down, and then selling pressure started coming in here on tether dominance. Let me see. If we start seeing some pink candles here, and we see this blue line curve up to the upside here, then we would expect tether dominance to start increasing again one more time here. But you're not getting that, so maybe we're going to see higher prices here for our cryptocurrencies, and tether dominance is just going to get squeezed down some more to lower levels here. All right. So that's what I see here with tether dominance. Let's go into Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is still ever increasing here. So I know some people are getting frustrated seeing Bitcoin go at high prices and their altcoins aren't really doing much. And that's to be expected in a bear market. Like, you know, Bitcoin is going to have to, you know, to the promised land first, and Bitcoin's going to get to the promised land first before the altcoins decide to follow Bitcoin for the ride. Bitcoin dominance is now at 61.03% here. We're clearly above all the moving averages. That's good to see here. However, I am getting some short signals here, saying super short here on April 20th, a trap short on April 27th, and another trap short here here on May 5th on Cinco de Mayo. And what does this mean? This is probably showing that that this thing probably wants to drop down on us, the Bitcoin dominance, which is not a terrible thing. That probably means that you know, we could see an altcoin rally going on if the dominance is dropping down. The only thing I'm worried about is if Bitcoin is dropping down in price and the dominance is dropping down in price. That's bad for the altcoins, because that means you know, Bitcoin is losing market share, and so are the altcoins, and it probably means that all the money is going back in the Tether, USDT Tether. If you see Bitcoin dominance dropping as well as Bitcoin price, that probably means that the altcoins are also dropping as well as Bitcoin, and it's all going back in the Tether again. But we're not seeing that right now. So I think we're fine here on Bitcoin dominance, and we might see a little bit of altcoin rally coming up here in the next few days. All right, so pick your favorite altcoin. You guys have any favorite altcoins out there? Let me know. Go ahead and give me your requests here for your favorite altcoin. If not, we'll just look at my favorite altcoins, I guess. One of my favorite altcoins is Solana. So I think Solana has been doing pretty well. Let's take a look at Solana, currently trading at $88.75. Solana did have a decent day here today, up 3.3%. Here in the chart, Solana, we did get a trap long signal here on March 30th. However, that was followed by a trap short signal, which is weird because, yeah, we did go down a little bit here, but we made a higher low. So I guess we're okay with going up to higher prices here, because we did get above this 100-day moving average. This 100-day moving average could have acted as resistance, but it didn't. We powered through it. However, look at this. We're kind of getting like a little bit of a red candle here on the daily candle just now. If this continues down to lower prices, I think we should get a bounce here off the 100-day moving average. That's at $87.04. It's not too far from where we are right now. I know it's nothing crazy to write home to mom about, but I wouldn't be surprised if we dip down to like this blue line here, get a bounce, and then start running up higher for Solana. And if we do go higher for Solana, like how high could we go? One target to the upside would be this 200-day moving average sitting above at $115. I think that would be your ultimate swing trader target for the swing traders out there. Obviously, if you're long-term investing, you don't really care about $115. You probably want to see like $300 Solana here, right? But for the swing traders out there, this could happen like in the next few weeks, maybe in the next few months, where we get to $115 and get knocked down by this 200-day moving average. The other thing I want to do here to figure out levels to the upside is I'm going to turn on the VRVP indicator. This is like this heat map off to the right. Shows you where people were buying and selling Solana. The green is the buys, the reds are the sells. You add them together, you get high volume nodes here. And for Solana, the highest volume node is this point of control, this blue line, sitting at $85. That should be support for sure for Solana. We've been trading at $85 like all throughout the last couple of months here. Well, all the way back to the beginning of February here. And I think Solana has a lot of support to, like, you know, bounce off $85 and then go up to higher prices. And higher prices, let's see, we got the value area high at $90.80 here. That could be where Solana has a little bit of trouble getting past. But once we get past that, it actually gets a lot more smoother for Solana to go up to higher prices. Where you can see that here on the VRVP, there's not that much resistance. There's something here like at $100, like $106, okay? Like a logical $100 level there. And then after that, it's not really that much resistance for Solana. Solana could just stop popping off and taking off like a rocket here. Up into this 200-day moving average at $115, but then let's see, there's another little bit of high volume node here at 127, and that's it. Like, I don't really see that much resistance where Solana could just like pop up and go crazy here to the upside. Let's see, we got our arcade saying lower prices coming soon. Oh, we got a profit here. Could be, you know, for Bitcoin, we looked at the 200-day moving average as a possible area of rejection for Bitcoin. Going back to that, you know, Bitcoin chart, this red line here, I know I got a bunch of red lines there, but this 200-day moving average, this red line that's curving down, that's sitting at 83,100 here. And I think that's where, you know, Bitcoin could get a rejection here. And then maybe that's it. Maybe this is the end of the rally, and we start coming down, and maybe we come down just as hard as we went up, and that would suck, but it would create a lot of opportunities for the short sellers and the bears out there. But yeah, I understand what you mean. You know, by you know, lower prices could be coming. No, you didn't say lower prices could. You said lower prices are coming, or you said lower prices coming soon, as if you're from the future here. But I was talking about this the other day. Let's see, where I don't know if you can see the volume here, but the volume is starting to drop off here, even though we're going up to higher prices here, especially on the weekly time frame. Look at the weekly time frame. You guys look at the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. As I start to zoom in here a little bit, you can see that the volume is starting to drop here. Okay. Not as strong as it was, you know, in December and January. Yet prices are still going up. Okay. Now I know this weekly candle just started here. Maybe we will get more volume later on this week, and it won't be an issue. But that's something that I'm a little bit concerned about. Is like, why we making lower volume candles here while going to higher prices? That's ominous for this rally being too weak to go up higher prices here. RRK says 200-day moving average, no fuel for the rocket, bear trap. And then we have a guy here on TikTok saying no, it's gonna be a bull trap. LOL. Let's see. Akram Trader says you have. All right, you are selling something here, so I got to mute you. Thank you for coming in, but you cannot be advertising here without being a paid sponsor of the Meet Damien channel. Yep. So I'm gonna have to just mute you guys for thinking you can do free advertising on my channel. Oh, we got Rich in the chat. Good to see you, Rich. Long time no see. I think I went live a little bit too early for you yesterday, but here I am at the normal scheduled time slot here, 8 p.m. Eastern time to like 10 p.m. Eastern time. Rich, if you don't mind hopping over near TikTok, there are some people that are spamming the TikTok chat, taking my time away. I have to like mute them, or else I'm not able to see what these what my followers and viewers are trying to ask for requests here. All right, let's see. Do you guys have requests? Go ahead and put in requests. Oh, I see we got a request here from Rama asking for ICP. And let me just mute this other guy here. Yeah, this is so annoying sometimes. I don't get why TikTok allows people to do this, spamming people's chats here. But I'm just cleaning up the chat here so I can see your requests here, guys. Alright, so let's look at ICP, was one of the requests that we gotta look at here. And guys, don't be shy, fire away with your requests here. We do take requests here. Internet computer, ICP, currently trading at $3.05. Let me get into the daily time frame here. Daily time frame for ICP is showing there was bullish divergence in February and March. You got some long signals here, a bunch of long signals here, and finally it looks like the longs are playing out for ICP. Man, we made a beeline to this 200-day moving average. Do you see why the 200-day moving average is kind of important here, guys? Especially when it's above the price. This is where we shot up to. We shot up the 200-day moving average, and now we're kind of like trading sideways. Hopefully we're able to trade sideways and do some bullish consolidation and not lose all the progress that we made here for ICP. If not, I mean, we could probably drop down just as fast as we here, because That wouldn't be, you know, surprising for cryptocurrency to do that, to jump up and then drop down just as fast as it jumped up. But if it's not gonna drop as fast as it jumped up here, if we can just do some bullish consolidation, I would like to see like a bull flag be formed here, you know, like $3, $2.90 here, and then maybe we can jump up to higher prices after that. To who knows where we could go. I'm gonna try to throw on the VRBP indicator because that could probably tell us where we're gonna go next here. For the upside, there's some resistance here at 364. But then there's more resistance here at like $4.12. So I would mark on the chart for like targets the upside. 412 and then 364 could be your targets the upside for ICP. And if ICP is going to drop down for whatever reason, you can see that there's not that much volume here, which is one of the reasons why we gapped up so easily here. But we could gap down if we lose $3 here. We could gap down and come right back down to this POC. Sitting at 247 for ICP. Let's see. Rich, what would you say? That's okay. You did well on the longs, and then you're asking, am I getting paid? Are you getting paid? Are you asking me to pay you, Rich? Is that what you're asking for here? You be a little bit coy about it. Our Arcade has a request here for Dogecoin. Alright, we'll look at Dogecoin after ICP here. And then Trung Join is in the TikTok channel. He says, what do I think about Bitcoin, down or up right now? We looked at Bitcoin on the daily time frame earlier in the live stream, and it does look like it could continue going up. It might get rejected at the 200-day movement average at like 83K. So I don't know how much more room to the upside we have here for Bitcoin. But if we can power through 83K, then like 87K is like the next level to be looking out for, and as well as like 84K. All right, let's look at Dogecoin. I'm pretty sure I got this on my watch list here, next to all the other meme coins. Dogecoin trading at 11 cents right now. Dogecoin is also marching its way up to its 200-day moving average. That's sitting at 12.123 pennies to be exact here. Okay, so mark that on your chart. That's probably where Dogecoin might get rejected. Okay, just like we were talking about with Bitcoin getting rejected at the 200-day moving average, Dogecoin could probably get rejected at that 200-day moving average. I think that's the upside target to be looking for Dogecoin. Well, let me just zoom out here a little bit and try to get this VRBP fired up here. Looks like, yeah, there is some high volume at that 12 cents here, 12.5 cents. That's where I would expect, you know, Dogecoin to have a little bit of a problem before it's no longer a problem. And if we can go up to higher prices past 12.5 cents, there's a value area high sitting at like 13.5 cents. This white line right here, 13.5 cents would be the next target to get size 12.5 cents here for Dogecoin. Now, if Dogecoin is not going to go to higher prices here, then, you know, where could it go if it's going to start going to lower prices? There is a 21 EMA sitting at 10 cents, and then there is some volume here around 10 cents. So, yeah, Dogecoin, like, it looks like it's going to either play around near 10 cents and maybe get as high as like 12.5 and then 13.5 cents. And that's it. That's all you got for Dogecoin. Those are still like, you know, 10-20% moves in of itself. So don't think, you know, Dogecoin going up 1 penny is nothing to sneeze at here. Dogecoin going up 1 penny is still like a 10% move if it does that. And if it goes down 1 penny, that's still like a 10% move that you can still make, you know, if you're day trading this and doing leverage trading. That's not, that's nothing to sneeze at. All right, Rich is always giving me shit here. Yep. How you doing, Rich? What trades are you in? I think you've been trading Bitcoin just like me. Bitcoin didn't really do too much after it sold off this morning. I was trying to long Bitcoin, and it's pretty much at the same price that I longed it at. Let's see, what is Bitcoin doing? 81,100, roughly. Yeah. Actually, I do want to look at Bitcoin right now. because we did have a guy ask about it. I said we could still go up to higher prices, but I'm not sure if the 200-day moving average will allow us to go to higher prices here at 83K. But let's go to the 1 hour time frame to see what might happen here with the momentum indicators. Bitcoin is dropping down right now, being a pain in the ass to try to long right now. We did get a trap long signal here on the 1 hour time frame about an hour before I started this live stream. But the MACD is not looking good here, where we're actually getting selling pressure increasing again here on the 1 hour time frame. And then let's see, the money flow. Money flow is starting to come down. Momentum's coming down. And we got a red sell down here at 7 a.m. I mean, that was early this morning when Bitcoin topped out near like 82,800. And the wave is now in the red and negative as well. Maybe I need to get out of the Bitcoin long. Maybe I need to get into a Bitcoin short. Yeah. But I just thought, like, after the little sell-off that we got here, I thought we were gonna bounce off this 50 moving average here, which we kind of did. Like early this afternoon, we came down to the 50 moving average on the 1 hour time frame, and it was acting as support until now. We're just losing it right now. Literally, right now we are losing this 50 moving average, this green line, on the 1 hour time frame. And if we're gonna keep on dropping, like a rock here, we might come down to 80K. 80,200 was where this 100 moving average is sitting at. We haven't hit the 100 moving average since Thursday of last week. We've been above this 100 moving average. When we come down to the 100 moving average, it looks like we front run it before we can even touch it. But yeah, is Bitcoin going to do something like that later on tonight, where we just kill the longs and take out the stop losses for the longs here that are leverage trading Bitcoin, and then maybe get a bounce off this 100 moving average? That's what I'd be looking for if that's going to happen here for Bitcoin. Makes me wonder, should I enter a short? No, I'll let this thing stop me out. I put my stop loss below this candlewick low here at 81K. So if we lose 81K, then I'll get stopped out. I actually have it at 80,900. So if we lose 80,900, I'll get stopped out, and then I'll just try to long again here at the average. See if that holds up. 80,200 is where I would try to long Bitcoin if that's what you guys want to do here. Thank you, Rich, for muting people. I see you putting in the work here. Let's see. What do I think about meme coin Pepe? Why is that hidden? I don't know why that got hidden. The AI here on TikTok, it just it hid your comment from me, but I see it now. We'll take a look at Pepe. Yeah, sure. It's a little popular meme coin here. Where are my meme coins at? Did I skip over it? Yeah, there it is. We're looking at Pepe on the 1 hour time frame. Why not? Currently trading at 411. Chart looks kind of similar to Bitcoin. We had a little bit of a sell-off here this morning. While I was sleeping, it was selling off, and then then we started getting some buying, some green candles showing up here. But now it looks like we're about to lose the 50 moving average here on the 1 hour time frame for Pepe. And I think the target to the downside is just like with Bitcoin. The target's going to be this 100 moving average, this blue line. Could that act as support? It did act as support back here on May 4th, on Monday. So you would think like this should most likely act as support. If it doesn't, then we come down to the 200 moving average. And we know the 200 moving average has acted as support back here on May 3rd here. So this is where I would look for areas to long. Now, if you're already shorting Pepe, this is where you would probably take profit, is this 100 moving average here on the 1 hour time frame. And then if you're lucky enough, maybe you take partial profits here and you take some more profit on your short at this 200 moving average. Rich says, yep, Bitcoin and I caught the whole ENA move. It was a wave cipher signal. Interesting. Congratulations on that. So meme coin Pepe, what do I think about it? I think it's, you know, up and to the right for Pepe, as long as Bitcoin's going to go up and to the right. If Bitcoin starts dropping down, then I think Pepe is going to drop down with it for sure. Unless there's any coin specific news for Pepe, I don't know why Pepe wouldn't drop down with Bitcoin. Damn, I just had like a little potato bug crawling on my, I'm trying to crawl on my sandal here on my foot. Oh, we got DeluxeAlgos in the chat here. It says, if you start using the MFD version, you will see signals on 24 and 34 minutes. Okay. Alright, so you want me to upgrade my indicators here? Let's see if I can do that right now. Update to the latest version. See, I clicked this before and I don't see anything happening here. Right, I click update to the latest version and nothing happens. Do you see that, DeluxeAlgo? So it's not like I don't want to update the indicators, it's not letting me. I click update and nothing happens. I guess I would have to go into the indicators here, maybe take them off the chart and put them back on again. I don't know if that's how we update it. I don't know. But you saw that. I just tried to update it. Alright, looks like we got the update going on here. Took some time here. So Deluxe, you know, on your indicator here, I usually take the black stuff off, the background color. Yeah, I usually take that off for myself here. But you said go to the 30-minute and 24 minutes. I don't have 24-minute on my chart, but I'll look at the 30-minute. And what do you want to look at? Signal on the 30-minute for a short at 82,250. I was trying to short Bitcoin at 82,250. I got knocked out. Bitcoin never climbed back up to that level after we already came down this morning. So it looks like the shorts are winning here for us. Yeah, I gotta go with the Bitcoin. I'm looking at Pepe. So this is the trap short signal that came in at 7 a.m. my time, and it looks like it came in around like 82,220 bucks here on Coinbase Exchange. Okay, I see that. Is that what you wanted me to look at? And then DX signal, yeah, alright, the DX Apex. So this is brand new to me. I gotta read up on this DeluxeAlgo, but what does DX Apex mean? I never seen this on the chart until I think earlier today and yesterday I started seeing this on the chart. Like, alright, what is this? Just another short signal and we're just naming it DX Apex here. But this came in around 6 a.m. is what it's showing, my time. And I mean, this came in, the opening candle would open at $82,500. So it's telling you to short at $82,500, okay. And we're not getting any long signals there, so maybe we are going to come down to like these lower levels here for Bitcoin. I got the 30-minute showing the 200 moving average at 80,100. Could be an area where we could get a support for Bitcoin on the 1 hour frame. The 100 moving average at 80,200. Yeah, Rich, you're right. I do need a mod on TikTok. Usually Lorraine comes into the TikTok and she does the moderation there for me on TikTok. But Lorraine hasn't been on the live streams because I think I go live too late for her. She's over in Ireland. It's like 1 o'clock their time right now. It's like 1 a.m. in Ireland, so it's hard for her to take care of her family while also watching my live streams at the same time and moderating there. So I lost Lorene as a moderator because my live stream is a little bit too late for her. So I'm a little bit curious. Should I am long in Bitcoin at these prices here, but should I just flip it to a short? Or should I long and short? I don't know if I should do that. That's usually not the best way to trade it, is long and shorting at the same time, unless you already a good level to short, and then you could try to long. Longing and shorting while being like in a range is just I know some people do that, but it's not the best way to try to trade, to be honest. So you usually have to pick a direction, and the direction I get when I pick is if I look at the MACD. The MACD is showing the selling pressure. It was trying to die down, and now it's trying to increase again. Ugh. Getting a little scary out there in Bitcoin world. We're trying to long right now. But here's the thing, though, DeluxeAlgo, right? On the 1 hour time frame, we did get a trap. Came in an hour ago before I started the live stream. Oh damn! Did we actually go hit my stop loss? Let me look at my WEEX account here real quick. No, I'm still in the short. I mean, I'm still in the long. I did not get stopped out yet. Alright, I gotta mute this other guy here. So Ryan, I don't know what you mean by what exchange. What's your question that you have? Mia says the support level is approximately 78,500 on the 4-hour chart. Is that using a moving average? Are you using like the 50 moving average? 78,700 is what I have here for a 50 moving average on the 4-hour time frame here. That is one moving average you could be using, but I think the one that you should probably add to your chart is the 21 exponential moving average, this white line. Usually is an area that's going to get first before we come down to the 50 moving average. So I would add this, that 21 EMA on the 4-hour time frame is at 80,600. So I keep seeing like 80,200, 80,600 show up on the chart. Is that where we got to come down to get a bounce for Bitcoin at that level before we go up to higher prices here? Strigahart says, feeling like we are dropping to below 79K. And let's see, DeluxeAlgo says, you must use chart from exchange where you have trade, otherwise the signals can be different from time frame to time. I usually use the Coinbase chart myself, but I do trading on MEXC and WEEX, so usually it's pretty similar. But I understand it makes a lot of sense. You should be using the exchange that you're trading at. So in this case, if I am using WEEX, I should just type in BTC, USD, I think USDT, and then I gotta look for WEEX here. These WEEX on, but not tether futures. I'm looking for futures here. WEEX perpetual contracts for Bitcoin. Yeah, there we go. So this would be the chart that I should probably add this, right? I should probably add this. Makes sense, right? So I got that Bitcoin for WEEX here. And let's see how different the prices are between that and Coinbase. So WEEX is at $81,000. Coinbase is at $81,055. It's only like $50 off, but I guess that could make a difference when we're doing the signals indicators here. Let's go into the 5-minute time frame. See what the 5-minute time frame is doing here. Ugh, what is this? I go live and Bitcoin starts dropping down. Is that what's going on here? am I the dump stream? I'm sorry guys, I did that to you guys on your Bitcoin here. Unless you're in the short, then you're probably like, you know, patting me on the back and giving me a high five for going live and dumping Bitcoin on you guys. 5-minute time frame said we should short Bitcoin here about 30 minutes before I went live. Got rejected off these moving averages here on the 5-minute time frame. Anything good going on in the MACD? Nope, selling pressure, and then selling pressure still is getting worse. Damn it! Why you do this to us, Bitcoin? So my long's probably gonna get stopped out the way things are going here. If we hit 80,900, I get stopped out of my long. Go to the 1 hour time frame, okay. 1 hour time, so that's the thing. 1 hour time frame is giving us a long signal here. It came in an hour before before I went live. But like, what the hell? Ian is like bearish engulfing candle here. Playing with fire right now. Threatening to take out my stop loss. Mia says, currently supports 1 hour. Don't know if it can be maintained stably. Okay. And then Kevin says, yes. What are we saying yes to? Alrighty. Well, I am waiting to hear some requests here from you guys. If not, I'll do my shameless plug here for my channel. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and follow on the Meet Damien YouTube and TikTok channel here. For my TikTok guys, you can join the Discord here, which is free to join. You just click on this link here. If you're on your computer. If you're not on a computer, I know it's a little bit hard to do it on the phone, so just you can click on the Linktree link here, which will take you to the Meet Damien Linktree. And then here you got the Meet Damien Discord server, which is free to join, not going to cost you anything. You click on that, and then you can come over to the Meet Damien Discord where, let me see, is Cameron bragging about his trades again? Nope, this is Rich. Rich is talking about ENA, but also you can see when I go live here. And yeah, guys, you can always, if you guys want to harass Sir Naptime here, because he has the Buffalo Bills profile picture, by all means go there and talk smack about the Buffalo Bills. I can't be the only one to do it to him, but yeah, you can talk smack about the Buffalo Bills to Rich there, Mr. Sir Naptime, okay? And you can do it on the Discord, but like if you do it here on YouTube, he's one of the moderators and he might mute you. So this is like your only opportunity to like talk smack about the Buffalo Bills is on the Meet Damien Discord. I will allow that. But yeah, we got some other traders here that were also trying to long Bitcoin, like myself here at 81,400. Got Let's Go there. I put up a little meme video here, so we do other things here besides talk about crypto and stocks. But yeah, this is where we have like a good amount of traders and investors talking about anything and everything. We do have a news and politics channel here. We talk about like the war in Iran and the Middle East and stuff like that and how it's affecting our trades here. We keep up to date on the news there as well. But for the trades, like we do have trade setups here where you guys can show us, you know, what trade you're gonna get into, what your take profit, what your entry, and what your stop loss is at. We got Nasir here saying he's gonna do a long on Pendle with 20x leverage, getting in at $1.32. There's his take profits and his stop loss at $1.24. All right, so this is where you can get ideas like, hey, what kind of trade can I get into? There might be another trader here that has something good cooking up for them. And when it does cook up, you know, when it goes in the oven and it's ready to come out the oven, you can take profit on your gains here. And we got Cameron with his crazy leverage here on a 100x leverage on Loonsea. up 873%. And then yeah, Cameron he loves to show off here. But we also got Tony here doing a 9x short on Swarm, up 178%. So congratulations to Tony there for making a fire trade right there. Okay. So yeah, this is where we kind of show off what we've done for our trades here. And I don't mind you guys showing off here because I know how hard it is to get into a trade and stay in the trade and taking profit and doing all that, executing it well. Why not? You know, go ahead and brag as much as you can to everybody about how well of a trader you are. All right, back to the chats here. So did I get stopped out? That's still the question here. No, I did not get stopped out on my Bitcoin long, but it's threatening to do so. It really is trying to threaten me here. Yep. Price of Bitcoin at 80,969 here. I'm already down $3 my trading fees here, but my unrealized profit is down 20 bucks here, down 21%. So I don't always win the trades here, and sometimes, you know, even when I listen to the signals here telling me to long, and after my last stream before I went live, it's still not, the long is still not playing out. So I don't know. Let's go back to the smaller time frame. Let's go into the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, the 15-minute time frame was telling the long back here early this morning. We're just not getting any lift off here. Like Bitcoin was, I thought we were gonna get support off this 200 moving average on the 15-minute time frame, and now we're losing it. We're playing games here. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. 5-minute time frame. So the 5-minute time frame did tell us something here that yeah, longing at 5 p.m. I mean, yeah, about an hour before my live stream started was a good idea. But then it said short, you know, about 30 minutes prior to my live stream, and yeah, the short is playing out right now on the time frame. Thank you, Rich, for putting in the link for the Discord. Appreciate that. Rich says gold got a 6-hour J Powell. J Powell, what is that? What is that? J Powell, is that a signal? Is that a reference to Jerome Powell? We got CRL Blowfin in here saying, "What's up, buddy?" You Blowfin. Fernanda says, "Buy ICP now." We looked at ICP earlier in the live stream. Is ICP doing something crazy right now as we're speaking? Have I already looked at it? I mean, it dropped down to lower prices. Are you trying to buy the dip here? Is that what you're saying, buy ICP? ICP on the 1 hour time frame is just marching up and to the right, up and to the right. I think if ICP drops down to this 21 EMA, that should be a good area to try to buy some ICP. You said buy it now, probably because it's dipping down right now, but I think a better area to buy would be $2.90 here, because this 21 EMA has already acted as support around 8 a.m. earlier today. Yeah, around this morning. We had a little bit of a dip, and then we bounced off the 21 EMA. If we dip down again, I think we could get another bounce off the 21 EMA. Let's see. Matty Ghost is in the chat. Good to see you, Matty Ghost. He says, shorting Bitcoin since 82,600. Congratulations on shorting Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I think, was at that area while I was sleeping last night. So, what were you doing, Matty Ghost, up so late at those hours? Do you work the night shift, Matty? I think you do. I know somebody here works a night shift here. CRL Blowfan says, check out TIA. Okay, I'll check out TIA for you. And then Rich says, yes, it's a nickname for a bullish break of structure. Okay. Did you want me to take a look at the price of gold, Rich? Or were you just making a statement? Make an announcement there. I am going to look at TIA for my buddy CRL here. Let's see, Celestia. Celestia currently trading at 37.5 cents, down 3% for tonight. So it looks like here earlier today it was down 2.5%. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the 1 hour time frame. I gotta go into the daily. Alright, so here we go. Daily. Scratch whatever I just said right there. Celestia did have a good day today. It went up 7%. But now you're getting a little bit of a bear candle here for tonight. You're down 3.4%. This is interesting. Is this gonna try and do like a cup and handle maybe? I don't know. Just trying to gather my thoughts here. Celestia, you came down to the retracement. You came down to the 100 moving average here. This blue line acting as support. After you got that support near the 0.5 retracement at 35 cents here, you climbed up to the 786. The 786 is at 39 cents. We went up to 38. Yeah, almost 39 cents here earlier today, and that's it. Like that was this is now regarded as resistance for now, and so we can actually power our way through it and actually use this as support. But you already hit the resistance with the Fibonacci here for Celestia. If you get past that, then I have 42 cents here. Now this is a little bit interesting. I think I need to update this. I might have to update this Fibonacci here. So it looks like we topped out here at 44 cents, not 42 cents. So let me just readjust this if I can to 44 cents. See if that makes sense. Okay. And I pulled this fib from like 29 cents, which is where we were at. Or I'm sorry, 27 cents, which is where we're at back on April 5th. Okay. All right, so scratch what I said here. It looks like Celestia is getting a resistance right from the 618 golden pocket. We got to use that as support and then move our way up to the 786 at 41 cents here. That would be probably your upside target for Celestia in the near future for the day traders and the swing traders here. But if you're swing trading it, you probably are waiting for this 200 moving average to be your target to the upside at 50 cents right now, which is confluent with this 1272 Fibonacci at 49 cents. So I think 49 cents is your target to the upside for the swing traders out there who are trying to be in this for a few more days, maybe a few more weeks, and then take profit. All right. We have a guy here that says long short. Long or short what? You can't just say long or short. You gotta tell me what are we trying to long or short here. And then, you know, ask me like time frames here. Different time frames have different signals. But I'll just wait for you to tell me what you want the long or short there. Maddie Ghosts. Swing shifts. So yeah, Maddie, you do nice shifts. So you were shorting Bitcoin at 82,600. If I go into the 1 hour frame here, that was 5 a.m. my time, 5 a.m. Mountain Standard Time here. So that would have been like 7 a.m. Eastern Time, which, you know, I usually wake up at like 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Well, actually, I wake up 6 a.m. Mountain Time because that's where I'm at. So Bitcoin went down. I mean, Bitcoin went to its highest price right when I woke up, and I did not take the short. I think I was waiting for like 83K. We went up to like 82. Yeah, we went 82,800. You know, that's close enough, I guess. But that's okay. I missed this short, and I was like, all right, I'll just come in and try to get a long here. And that's why I'm trying to long Bitcoin right now. But you know, we got the long signal here on the 1 hour time frame, and we're still playing games here. I must have got stopped out on my short. I mean, stop out of my long here because Bitcoin just recently dropped down to 8,850. Yep, I got stopped out. Oh well. Sucks to suck, I guess. My trap long signal did not play out here on the 1 hour time frame. Back to the 15-minute time frame. Yeah. Even here it's telling you to long Bitcoin, but what the hell? Like we're still dropping down to lower prices here. And then 5-minute time frame. I don't know, Deluxe. What's up with this? It's saying long, long, long. I got more long signals than I got short signals here on the 5-minute time frame, and we're still dropping down. Oh, what are we trying to do here? We're trying to do like a little bit of a hammer candle here. Of course, stop Damien out and then send it, right? That's how we do this, right? We got to stop Damien out on his long, and then we're gonna send this up to higher prices. Did I hear about scalp trade? What do you mean by that? Thank you, CRL Blowfan, for sending the "You're awesome" here on TikTok. Appreciate that. Matty Go says, "You think we might be bottoming?" Yeah, of course. Like that's how they need to do this, right? Stop Damien out, take Damien stop loss out, and then send this up higher, right? Yeah. Oh man. And why? I'm trying to figure out why are we pivoting here at 80,850? Like I don't see. Maybe there might be something here on the VRVP. Okay, we're at the value area low here. Okay, so there is some buys and sells here at this area. Okay. Yep. Okay. Should I get back in the long again and put my stop loss below the candlewick low at 80,850? Or maybe a little bit lower than that, 80,800? Let's go back to the 5-minute time frame here. Let's see, if we get a red candle here, I would like to buy Bitcoin at 81K or lower than that, yeah. So we got like a nice little hammer candle followed by a shooting star candle, just confusing the shit out of everybody. Yes. Hammer candle, price reversal candle followed by another price reversal candle. Not giving us any clear direction as to what we're doing here. You guys see this nonsense here with Bitcoin doing price reversal candle followed by another price reversal candle? Yeah, don't you think that's funny, man? I think it's funny. We're doing one price reversal candle followed by another price reversal candle. I guess this would just be like a doji. Like if you go into like another time frame, like the 10-minute. No, it's not a doji. Maybe the 15-minute. Like if this continues going down further, and it just ends the candle in the next 2 minutes, you'll get like a doji, like an indecision candle here. In a time frame. Oh, now we're pushing up. Now we're pushing up. What the hell, guys? So how's everybody's Wednesday? Are we watching any hockey games or any playoff basketball games or anything like that? I think the Celtics, right? The Celtics are playing. Who are they playing? I gotta look it up. but Jason Tatum is out. But I think they'll still win, even with him not playing the game. So we got a quiet bunch here today. Okay. So we're just looking at Bitcoin on the 5-minute time frame. Of course, they came in, they stopped me out, took out my stop loss on the long, and now they look like they're trying to push it back up to higher prices again. Why not? Why not? I'm trying to see if Bitcoin will go down to 81K, and then I can buy back in again, and then put stop loss at 8,800 maybe. But it's just nope, we're not doing that either. Let's look at crypto bubbles. What's going on in crypto bubble world here? VVV still one of the clear winners here. Don't tell that to the DZ over here. He probably already knows, but it's still one of the clear winners here. Loon C, what's up with Loon C? Down 19% today on a day when everything else is going up. That's terrible. And then Pudgy Penguins is down. Pudgy Penguins and Dogecoin, they're down here. Is this true? Let me look at Pudgy Penguins here, because I was trying to get in on Pudgy Penguin for a trade as well. Pudgy Penguin started making a run for it last weekend. I did do I think I did do a YouTube short and a TikTok on Pudgy Penguins. Let's see on the daily time frame. Ooh, Pudgy Penguins. Oh, what the hell? You did get a red candle here on Wednesday. You get another red candle here. But Pudgy Penguins did some awesome work, you know, where it just climbed up into the right since the middle of April here. Got up to the 200-day moving average, which was acting as resistance on April 28th. Resistance again on May 2nd, and then finally we were able to punch through it here on Cinco de Mayo, and got above the 200 moving average. But now we're kind of selling off. I think we might come back down to the 200-day moving average at 1 cent here. Hopefully do some bullish there, and then maybe we can jump up to higher prices one more time for Pudgy Penguins. And if we are going to jump up to higher prices here for Pudgy Penguins, let's see what the VRVP has to show for resistance levels. Above us, there could be something here at a penny and a half, roughly 0.0148 pennies. Basically, a penny and a half is your resistance once you get past like 0.012 pennies. But zooming in, we already have a high volume node here. There's a high volume node here at the penny. So I think this should act as support, and then we can make a higher low and jump up to maybe like a penny and a half after that. Well, I was wondering, Rich, if that was a request for gold. You didn't really make it clear to me or not, but yeah, I will look at gold now for sure. Thank you for the request there, Rich. And you said something about JPAL signal. I know a little bit about market structure and breaker structure and stuff like that, but JPAL is actually something new to me. I didn't even know what JPAL stands for until you just told me. Actually, what does JPAL stand for? I really don't know. There are so many ways to do trading with so many acronyms and so many strategies, and you just gotta pick one that you like, or a few that you like, and just stick with it. I like using moving averages. I like using the VRVP. I like using Fibonacci. You guys already seen that. Like all the indicators and stuff that I use on the charts is stuff that I always use for my trading. Well, yeah, let's see. JPAL, what was that? On the 6 hour, you say? Okay. I don't have the 6-hour time frame, but I will try to put that on for you right now. Oh, I don't even have the setup on my favorites. Damn. I can add the 6-hour. Six-hour time frame. Let's go. All right. So what did you say? You said gold got a 6-hour JPOW. And where did you explain this to me, Rich, about the JPOW here? We're looking at the 6-hour time frame here. I'm a moving average guy, so I can see right now that the 100 moving average was trying to prevent you from going up to higher prices here on gold on the 6-hour time frame. And now it looks like you're trying to punch above it. And if you are able to punch above it, 200 moving average on the 6-hour time frame be a problem here at 4,800 bucks. I did do a YouTube short and a TikTok on PAXG, which follows the price of gold. Did you take a look at that? Sir Nap Time, Rich. Let's go back to the Beat Damon YouTube channel. I did do a YouTube short. You might want to check it out, see if I was right about what I said about PAXG here.
On PAXG is looking pretty interesting here for us to take a long. Right now, PAXG, which is tracking the price of gold, is currently trading at $4,616 here on May 3rd of 2026.
I don't know if you're able to hear
Usually, I would like to see a long signal get fired off here. That hasn't happened yet, but what I do like here on PAXG is that the 200-day moving average, this red line, looks like it's going to provide some support here. We tried to
and then of course it dropped
break
down
through,
like
but not really.
After I made this video.
We're just playing around with this 200-day moving average. If we're done playing around and looking to see some higher prices here for PAXG, I do see that we have a 100-day moving average sitting at 4,882. This blue line is an area where I think it might be tough for us to get past here, because you did top out here on April 17th at 4,870. So 4,870, 4,880 might be tough for PAXG to get past, but if we can get past that level there for PAXG, then other levels that I'm looking at is some sideways trading action going on here at $5,100 for PAXG. Now, does PAXG actually have the momentum to actually go up to higher prices?
Those are my thoughts there about PAXG. You can always watch the rest of that YouTube short and TikTok on the Meet Damien TikTok and YouTube channel. But I already covered gold earlier this weekend. You can go back to see how right or wrong I was on that video there. But the price of gold is actually higher than what it was when I did that video. And I was talking about long in gold. I said long gold at 4,600 bucks, and now it's at 4,708. So I wasn't too far off. But we did get a drop though. We got a drop here, and then now we're going up to higher prices here on gold. Oh, CRT, SMN Trader, I'm gonna have to mute you. Why are you spamming me? Go away. We got Mario in the chat. How you doing, Mario? Let's see. You have someone here saying short MCD. What is MCD? Is that a request? Do you want me to take a look at MCD? But going back to gold here. I like to look at gold on the daily time frame. Why not? 6-hour time frame is it's an interesting time frame, but I normally don't use it. I just use the 4-hour time frame if I want to go into that kind of time frame slot. But here on the daily time frame, gold does have some moving averages above it that can probably put some resistance and lid on it. The 50 moving average is at 47.91, and the 100 moving average, the blue line, is at 47.64. We're coming up on potential moving average resistance here on the daily time frame, so I don't think there's going to be too much of an upside move here on gold because of these moving averages here. once you're able to get past those moving averages here, we do got the 618 golden pocket here at 49.36 and 49.91. Basically, almost $5,000 is where gold could go to if you can get past, 47.91. So there you go. Play those targets there to the upside for gold. Does gold have the momentum to go to higher prices here in the daily time frame? Looks like it's trying to do something here for momentum to the upside. You got the MACD crossover that came in, and you got a little bit of a green buying pressure here. I like this. This is showing me that the trend is to the upside, and it could continue to the upside for gold here. And then my DeluxeAlgo money flow indicator says that we have a green buy dot here that came in May 6th today. Yeah, literally tonight. It's telling you to buy gold right now. Zooming in, money flow is negative, but it is trying to curve up. Momentum is also trying to curve up. And zooming in some more, you can see this green hyperwave. This line goes red, green, red, then green. It just went green here, so maybe we will see higher prices here for gold. Like I was saying this weekend, when it was at 4,600 bucks. Now it's at 4,700 bucks. So was I wrong? No, I wasn't wrong. To try to long gold, or to try to suggest long and gold for my followers and subscribers on the Meet Damien channel here. Outshine, can you tell me what is MCD? What is MCD? Is that a crypto or a stock? You said short it. And you didn't give us a price, an entry to get into. You just say short MCD. And now I'm curious, what is MCD? Is that McDonald's? Is that McDonald's stock? Is that what you're trying to tell me to do? Short McDonald's? Yep, I was right. McDonald's. You want us to short McDonald's at support? Hell no. What do you think, we're like newbie traders here? This was the time to short McDonald's on March 2nd. I don't know why you're telling us 2 months later to short McDonald's after it already dropped down in price. That's what a rookie trader would do. Someone who's new to investing would do that. Try to short near support. And you got support here at 280, right? Right now we're at 284. You can see that we had support here on June 26th of 2025 at like 283, 284. And then also some more support here around 280 back here in January 2025. Are you nuts? I mean, I'm not nuts. I mean, you could try to short, and I think you'll get blown out. Yeah, because right now my signals indicators are showing that you should be longing it, not shorting it on the daily time frame. You also got bullish divergence showing up here. Let me just show you here that bullish divergence. Okay. If you don't believe me, we can always look at that on the chat. Oh, what the hell? Man, there we go. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you're making higher lows here after already making lower lows on the price. And it looks like you're kind of doing like a double bottom here on the RSI. So, outshine. Very bad advice to short McDonald's right now. I would not do it. You can do it. Not financial advice, but I think my other experienced traders would probably say shorting McDonald's is not a good idea right now. It already, I mean, you're showing up late to the party trying to short it right now. The time to short was like right here. This is actually an opportunity to try to long McDonald's, to be honest with you. Let's see what money flow is doing here on McDonald's. You got a green buy dot that came in earlier today. Money flow is negative here. But I don't know, maybe you know something news specific. Maybe there's something going on with McDonald's. Maybe McDonald's is having a lawsuit or something. Maybe somebody spilled hot coffee on themselves and they're suing McDonald's for like $5 billion or something like that. I have no idea. But I wouldn't try to short McDonald's unless you know something specific to this company as to why it should be shorted. Chad says, "What am I looking at? We're looking at McDonald's right now for a stock. Somebody told me to short McDonald's here, and I said, no, man, you're showing up late for the party. At the time to short McDonald's was March, 2 months ago, the beginning of March of this year. That was the time to short." And I got my short signal right there. I'm telling you to short McDonald's right there. And another short signal here too. Now we're getting long signals here, telling us to long McDonald's. So that's interesting. That is interesting. Rich wants me to add the DeluxeAlgo indicator. Let me see what that looks like here. DeluxeAlgo. Is it DTFX algo zones? Is this the indicator you want me to add to the charts here? What the hell's going on here? So this looks like long and short here. Is this what you want me to look at here, Rich? Can you say something here, Rich? I know there's like a 10-second delay, but is this your DeluxeAlgo indicator that you want me to add to the shots here? CRL says, good morning, bro. Good morning. What time is it over where you're at? It's 7:30 p.m. here in Costa Rica, where I'm at. Alright, what did Rich say? Rich, you want me to look at Discord? You said something here on Discord. Alright, what did Rich do here? Set a low, then a high, swept the low, then and broke the high. This is for gold here. And I see your change of character, your breaker structure, and a little change of character here. Yeah, Rich, we'll just have to, and that's your JPOW. Okay, Rich, we'll have to, you know, we could do like a video call on the Discord channel, and you can show me on your computer and your charts what your DeluxeAlgo indicator is. I mean, not your DeluxeAlgo indicator here. This is DeluxeAlgo Smart Money Concepts. I don't know if I have access to that. Is that like a private indicator? Because this is what I got, and I don't think that's the one that we're looking at here. But we can work on that in the Discord channel, me and you. Let's see, Lux. DeluxeAlgo price action concept. DeluxeAlgo Smart Money. Oh, okay, I see this one right here. Is this one that you're using? I see now. This looks like what you're using here, Rich. DeluxeAlgo. Well, now we're looking at McDonald's here. A week low. Okay, let's go back to that gold chart here. And you were looking at it on like the 6-hour time, right? So change of character, okay, yep. You think gold's gonna break out to the upside here? Probably hit that 200 moving average at 4,800 bucks here. All right, we figured it out, Rich. Thank you for letting me know about the DeluxeAlgo indicator here. Not to be confused with the DeluxeAlgo indicator. Oh no, we got someone spamming my chat here on TikTok again. Chaz is asking me out what indicator gives me the long and short signals. Okay. This is the DeluxeAlgo indicator. Let me show you here. I have to get rid of the DeluxeAlgo indicators so I can clean things up here a little bit. But this DeluxeAlgo indicator, if you go in the indicators here, I got my invite only signals here. This is DeluxeAlgo trade, the DeluxeAlgo money flow, and the Deluxe trap radar indicator. Okay, and this is where I get my signals from. And in order to get this indicator, you do have to pay for it. Okay, you do have to pay for this indicator. If you go over here, since you're on TikTok, go to the TikTok channel. Don't forget to follow me here on TikTok. There is a Meet Damien link tree here in the bio. You click on that. Takes you over to the links here for the Meet Damien channel. And you're looking for this DeluxeAlgo referral link here. You click on that. It's going to take you over to the DeluxeAlgo website. Let me just refresh this because I think things have changed here. They changed the pricing here. I told you guys to get on, with the sale that they had for like 75% off, and they changed the sale now. Okay, now for the DeluxeAlgo indicator, you get those 3 powerful indicators there, right? That I just showed you. And the pricing plan now is $19 a month. You'll save about like 20% off from what they normally charge, which is $24.99 a month. Okay, so if you want that DeluxeAlgo indicator, this is where you go. You go here, you click Get Access, and you got your payment plans here. Let me see, $19 a month, or you get 3 months for like $56.99, or you get 6 months for $100, or you can get a yearly subscription for $179. Or you could do the one-time purchase for $349, but like, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, you could have got the one-time purchase for like $50. They changed the sale there now. So I was not lying to you guys when I said it was a limited time offer for the DeluxeAlgo indicator. Okay, and it was a really great sale. And now it's kind of like normal pricing here. But yeah, if you only want to do it for a month and see how it does for you for about a month. You can do the monthly subscription plan, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work out for you. But that's how you would get those signal indicators here. Okay, the trap long and the trap short here, using the Deluxe trap indicator, and then the super short, super long indicators that you would get with the regular DeluxeAlgo. And once you purchase those the access to get those DeluxeAlgo indicators, you go over here to indicators, you go to invite only, and you'll have the DeluxeAlgo trade, the DeluxeAlgo trap radar, and the Deluxe money flow and divergence indicator there. Okay. All right, I just want to take tables off. Take that off for now. You are welcome, Chaz, and thank you for following me here on the TikTok channel. Appreciate that. SOJ says, can you text me privately for help? Yeah, you can text me. Don't forget to follow me though too. Follow me here on TikTok, and then text me. What is Rich saying here? You just muted one and looked away at the answer, and another spawned up. Yeah, they're crazy over here on TikTok. They just keep spamming me. You just long Bitcoin just now, Rich? Okay. Off the 1 minute break of structure and a GP retrace. Should I join Rich on the long? Should we both get burned on our longs here together? I was trying to long Bitcoin earlier. You saw that. I got stopped out. Bitcoin's at 81,200. Did drop down to 80,850 here. Let's look at the 5 minute time frame. Yeah, of course, right? They had to come in. They said, screw Damien and his long and his stop loss. That's what he gets for having a tight stop loss at a very interesting area to be long in Bitcoin. And we're just gonna screw Damien and send the price higher now. And then here we got another long signal here. Maybe that could justify you being in your long there, Rich. But I'm glad things are working out for you, Rich. I don't know where you put your stop loss. Do you mind telling me where you put your stop loss, Rich? I usually put my stop loss about $500 below the entry on Bitcoin if I'm trying to keep it tight, or maybe like, you know, $1,000 beyond the entry price with like maybe a little bit lower leverage. Well, look at this. We're getting something going on here with Bitcoin. Let's look at the money flow here on the 5-minute time frame. Money flow is starting to curve up. Green buy dot here at 7:10, about 20 minutes ago. And the trend is up. You got the MACD crossover to the upside on the 5-minute time frame. 80,800 is your stop loss. All right. I'm gonna come join forces with you, Rich, and long Bitcoin like I was trying to do earlier. Let's try to do this one more time here. I'm going to long Bitcoin on WEEX here. When it actually loads up here for me. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna try to aim for 8K here. And I'll put the stop loss at 80,800. Okay, not too bad. I'll lose about 20 bucks here on the stop loss. I'm okay with that. And I'll click long and I'll long. All right, I'm in there with you. I got in at 81,230, 235 here on the long with Bitcoin. After we identified on the 5-minute time frame that the buying pressure is coming in here, you got the MACD crossover to the upside. There could be something special here for Bitcoin. And then also here on the money flow, the Deluxe money flow indicator, which is one of those indicators that you would get if you purchase the DeluxeAlgo package here. You did get a green buy dot here earlier this hour. Momentum is to the upside. Money flow is curving up. Hyperwave is in the green on the 5-minute time frame. Now let's see if we can justify this by looking at this on the 15-minute time frame. I want to look at the 15-minute time frame and see if things are changing here. 15-minute time frame, green buy dot came in earlier this hour. Momentum to the upside. Okay. However, money flow is not curving up yet, and you're still negative on the hyperwave. Maybe it takes a little bit more time and higher prices, and you'll start seeing the money flow curve up here for the DeluxeAlgo money flow indicator here. And here on the MACD, selling pressure dying down. Okay, I like that. All right, so, you know, thank you, Rich, for letting me know that you're long in Bitcoin, because I'm copy trading you now and putting my stop loss pretty much in the same area that you did. And I know Rich is a knowledgeable trader here, so hopefully he's right about this and we can make some money. Yeah. Let's see. Rich says, okay, well, you're up 15% already. Congratulations. What kind of leverage are you using with that 15% that you're up? You're hoping something dumps here? Fam Go Chong says, sure. Well, we just entered a long on Bitcoin just now. I could be completely wrong. If I'm completely wrong, I'll get stomped out at 80,800 and I'll lose 20 bucks for being wrong here. CRL Blowfen says you're in on Boracay. Okay. Let's see how many new followers I got here. Yeah, why is my TikTok not working now? Trying to do my swipe left, swipe right, and it's not doing anything here. TikTok, what are you doing? Whatever. Rich, what's so funny? You think it's funny that I copy trade you? Is that what's funny? Or just the things that I say is funny? I'm gonna ride or die with Rich here on this long on Bitcoin. But I saw things that I liked on the 5-minute time frame and the 15-minute time frame. So, I mean, I want to see some more things I would like to see is, you know, I want to see on the 15-minute time frame, I want to see some buying pressure showing up here. And then on the money flow indicator, I want to see money flow actually curve up here and turn positive. That'd be great to see, but just turning to the upside. It doesn't even have to turn positive for me to make money, but if it starts curving up here, I can start making money on this Bitcoin long here. I got in late. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Well, that's the price that I pay for doing a live stream here. You know, instead of being on the charts, I'm over here looking at people's requests here, looking at the price of gold that you asked me to do. You know, you got mad at me like, Damien, are you gonna look at gold? And I'm like, all right, I'll look at gold. In the meantime, Bitcoin starts climbing back up to higher prices. Yeah. So, if I wasn't on the live stream, I would have probably seen that, and I would have got a better entry. Shafi sent the heart me. Thank you, Shafi. A-Front Awakening says, where did I buy? I think I said 81,230, right? So I'm barely above in positive territory. 81,235, and right now it says 81,216 on WEEX Exchange here. Got like 10 new followers here on TikTok. Thank you guys for following me here on TikTok. For my YouTube guys, don't forget to subscribe so you can see me show up on your next on the next live stream. I usually go live between 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time. Looking at the charts here with you guys. We are getting close to the end of this live stream. I've been live for 4 hours. Believe it or not, I actually am sick right now, guys. I have a flu. I have like a headache right now. But that didn't stop me from coming in and showing up, you know, and doing these live streams here for you guys. Even though I'm sick, I'm able to power through it. If I was really badly sick, I would still do a live stream, but like make it like an hour or less than that. But I was able to do a 2-hour live stream here for you guys. Rich wants to look at Cardano. Alright, we can take a look at Cardano. Maybe I got it here on the watch list here. Where's Cardano? Maybe I don't. My watch list got messed up a few weeks ago. I never really fixed it, but there's Cardano right there. So what is it that you want to look at for Cardano? We're looking for long, short, small time frames, long time frames. Let's look at the bigger picture for now. Bigger picture for Cardano, you did hit the 100 moving average, so I would expect at best bullish consolidation here. At the worst, maybe we drop below the 100-day moving average. That would suck. But I find it highly unlikely that we would just power through and just go to like maybe the 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average is at 35 cents here for Cardano. That is your next target for the swing traders out there. You're looking for this red line on the 200-day moving average to be your target to the upside. Shafi, you said, have I checked out your DM? Probably not if you sent it in the last couple hours. I've been on the live stream, so when I'm done with the live stream, I can look at your message there. You want me to take a look at Pendle? Okay. Did you take a look at the, I did a TikTok and a YouTube short on Pendle. Let me see if I can just show it to you real quick here. But you can watch my Pendle video. I think I was saying go long Pendle. I've been saying go long everything because everything's been bullish because Bitcoin's like climbing up to 80K, right? And higher. But yeah, I did do a Pendle video here. So you can look at that video and see if
Pendle
right
is
or
looking
wrong
good for a long here, guys. The current
I was
price
trying
of
to tell
Pendle is
people
at
long Pendle at
$1.60 right now.
$1.60. What is Pendle at right now? And I did that on Sunday, I believe. I did that Pendle TikTok YouTube short. Pendle's at $1.92, and I'm pretty sure I did mention this 200-day moving average as your upside target. So you already hit your targets for Pendle there. I don't know if we're gonna, just power through to higher prices here. I would expect maybe a bull flag to be formed here before we go to higher prices on Pendle. But if we are gonna go to higher prices, let me go ahead and pull up the VRVP indicator here, the heat map off to the right. You see that right now you got a high volume node, which you're already at $1.90. Then there's some more high volume here at this value area high at 227. That should be your next upside target for Pendle. And then there's some more high volume nodes here at like 270 and 320. But for now, for the day traders, you're probably targeting 228. Swing traders, you're probably targeting 228 as well to the upside. To the downside, if Pendle's going to start dropping like a rock on us, it could, because it is a crypto. These cryptocurrencies, they do crazy things where they go up and then they come do a round trip like the next day or two. If we do a round trip to low prices, you could come down to this high volume node here at $1.58, which is basically where I told you to long Pendle this weekend on Sunday, at like $1.60. And yeah, let's go ahead and say Damien was right, because I was right. I'm gonna get rid of this here. Oh wait, no, I'll keep that there actually. But yeah. I told you to long Pendle on Sunday. Had you listened to me, you would have been up 18% on Monday, and you would have been up another 4% on Tuesday, and then you just kept on going up, making me even more right for telling you guys the long Pendle here. What's going on with the momentum? Do we have the momentum to sustain the higher prices that we're at? Buying pressure looks like it's starting to die down. That's not good. If that continues, then the blue line will start curving down. That's going to not be good either. That's going to be another signal to take profit. And if this blue line crosses the orange line to the downside, you're going to MACD cross over it, and you should definitely be out of your Pendle long, if that's what you're doing here. And then here on the DeluxeAlgo money flow divergence indicator, it's a paid indicator that only costs, I believe, $20 a month. No, let me see. Go back to the Deluxe. Yeah, $20 a month to get that indicator there. You got a red sell dot that's telling you to sell Pendle right now. Yeah. So I think it's time to take profit on Pendle. I told you to long it at $1.60. We hit our targets at $1.90 and the 200-day moving average. Now it's time to take profit on the long. Don't get greedy. Bulls make money. Bears make money. Greedy pigs that think we're gonna do a 10x in a day or two, they're the ones that get slaughtered. So don't be a greedy pig. Don't get slaughtered. Take your profits. Let's see if we can buy back in again at a lower price. Maybe the 21 EMA at $1.48, 60 like we were at on Sunday here. Buy low, sell high. Right now we're at high prices. You should be selling. I think other people have caught the hint here, and that's why we're getting a couple of red candles here in the daily time frame. It's time to sell Pendle and take profit. Now, you don't have to sell everything. If you're in spot bags, you can, sell some of your bags. Even if you're in a leverage long, you could actually take partial profits if you think Pendle's going to go to higher prices here. But I feel like Pendle's probably going to go sideways before it goes to higher prices. It's probably going to stick near this 200 moving average. It's going to play around with it, do some salsa dancing with it, and then it will jump up to higher prices. DZ's in the chat. Good to see you, DZ. DZ says GFI. And then Crypto Cruise says, should you long oil? Asking non-financial advice for a friend. Alright, so the oil did came in first. DZ, was that a request for bio? or was that a statement I'm making there? Let's see. We're looking for oil now. On the daily time frame, oil is currently at $96.82. We came right down to the value area low earlier today at about $90 here. And now we're kind of hanging out near the point of control here. This blue line is at $96.69. We still got a little bit of resistance here going up to like $100, but then it gets a little bit easier to go to higher prices after that. And then you got the value area high at $104. Now you're asking me, should we long oil? You're asking about signals now. And we got a short signal that came in on the DeluxeAlgo indicator. Once again, shameless plug, use my referral link here, but you can get this DeluxeAlgo indicator for like $19 a month here. Okay? That is the new pricing plan for the DeluxeAlgo indicator. But it gives you the short and long signals here, and it's been saying short oil for a while now. Yeah, ever since we made the move up in March, we've been getting short. There are no long signals here for oil, my friend. My friend who's not looking for financial advice, there's no long signals here for oil. And it's because they can play games with the oil price. If the oil price gets too high, they can always dip into the strategic reserves. And if the oil prices get high again, then Donald Trump can come up with bullshit about how they're doing peace talks with Iran. But yet, let's be honest with you. Who are they talking about peace talks? Because they could talk to the civilian leadership in Iran about peace talks, but the military of Iran don't give a shit, and they're going to launch missiles and continue the war. So there's like no leadership in Iran. So Donald Trump is speaking on behalf of Iran, and yeah, maybe the civilian leadership wants to do a deal, but the military guys don't. So you got two conflicting leaders here messing things up here. But yeah, Donald Trump will say, yeah, we're having good peace talks here every time oil goes above $100, and then oil goes down to like $90. And that makes Donald Trump happy because he's the president and he won't get blamed for high oil prices if it stays below $100. You did get a red sell dot here on the DeluxeAlgo money flow indicator, so that's not telling you to long oil either. So I would not long oil. I stopped trying to long oil about a week or 2 weeks ago, only because like everything is just showing the charts that you should not be long in oil. You could try scalping it. Maybe when it gets like to the 50 moving average here, it's at $94 or down to like the value area low. You could try long in oil, but only as a scalp trade. I wouldn't, yeah. And then going back to the other momentum indicator, look at this. MACD crossover to the downside on the daily time frame. Selling pressure coming in. You could tell your friend not to long oil, and tell him that it's not financial advice. Oh my God, DZ, I've been live streaming for 2 hours, and you want to give me like 3 or 4 requests here. DZ, I'm gonna have you pick one out of 3, and then the other 2, we can talk about it on the Discord. How about that? Okay. But next time, you gotta show up a little bit early on the live stream. I go live at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know where you were, but I was here at 8 p.m. Okay. Rich thinks Iran is BSing and Trump is telling the truth. Well, I already told you, Rich, like, I think Trump might be telling the truth, or he's hearing the truth from one side of Iran that wants to do a peace deal, but the other part, the military don't give a shit. And the military is like launching missiles and drones and collecting money from doing tolls on the Strait of Hormuz and all that BS. So there's just so much confusion going on. I don't know how to trade oil, but like I do kind of know by looking at the short signals saying that we should not be long in oil right now, unless you want to do a scalp trade. All right, so we're now gonna look at base for DZ here, and then that's gonna be it. I'll look at the price of Bitcoin one more time because I did go into a Bitcoin long, and I'm gonna either go to Valhalla or crash and burn with Rich, who said that he's long in Bitcoin as well. So if I lose money, I'm gonna blame Rich. Because Rich made it seem like such a good idea to long Bitcoin like 30 minutes ago. All right, base is currently trading at 0.087 pennies. Base on the daily time frame, like red. What are we doing here? Are we trying to go down to the value area low here? Value area low is at 0.0769 pennies. This is where I would expect, out of nowhere, out of the blue, I would just expect like a bounce out of this level because there is a high volume node here. If not, I mean, that would suck. If you lose this value area low at 0.076 pennies, I mean, there's nothing stopping you from going back and round tripping to what you did here on Saturday, April 11th, when you were at like 5 cents here. There's a little bit of volume here at like 6 and 6.5 cents. Maybe that could be another area we could try to take profit on your short or enter a long if you want to do that. But damn, what's going on with base here, huh? Do we have any inklings of some hope to the upside here on the MACD? MACD is showing a little sun pressure trying to die off here right now, but it has been an issue over the last week now. What's going on with money flow? Not really much data here in the daily time frame. I think I need to go into the 1 hour time frame. Let's see what the 1 hour time frame is for base. Money flow is negative, and it is creeping up though, so it's trying to do something positive here. Oh, and I say that, and we just go negative here in the hyperwave, and the money flow just went down too. But here on the 1 hour time frame, you did get a red sell dot that came in at 4 p.m. my time about 4 hours ago. So there you go. And here on the 1 hour time frame on the MACD, looking for some direction here, looking for the momentum. The momentum is to the downside here, DZ. So I don't know what you're trying to do. Maybe shorting is what you're trying to do, because this looks like it's about to go to lower prices. Or you got the selling pressure here, and you got a MACD crossover to the downside, just showing up here in the 1 hour time frame. So I would expect base to go to lower prices here. Not financial advice, but that's what I'm expecting. You've been doing that over the last couple of days now, so yeah. Funny enough though, my DeluxeAlgo indicator, it is trying to tell you along here, but this might be a little bit too early. We might still go down to lower prices here, and it might still fire off some long signals here. Okay, we are getting bullish divergence here on the 1 hour time frame. I'll draw it to you real quick if I can, where you are making higher lows here on the RSI, right? You see that, right? Higher lows here on the RSI, while making lower lows here on the price. Man, I got way too many indicators here, huh? But you can see that we have bullish divergence, and all this is telling us is that buyers do like these lower prices here. They are stepping up to the plate. This would be the beginning of trying to bottom out here. The next order of business for bottoming out on base, if we're going to do that right now, is we need to start making higher lows. Don't go any lower than what we did here earlier this morning. We went down to like 8.5 pennies here. Don't go lower than that, please. And if you cannot go lower than that, then that must mean that you're about to begin an uptrend, right? This is one solution, one part of the solution for going into an uptrend, but then you need to start making higher highs here. The last high that we got to get above is at 0.093 pennies here. So get above that and start showing that you're able to do something like this, where you're, climbing up to higher prices, making a higher high, come down, make a higher low, come up again, make a higher high, and go to the holla after that, right? That would be the beginning of an uptrend, and this would be bottoming out. All right, but I did all that there trying to give you some hopium, but this is no bueno. my Spanish speaking friends out there. This is no bueno seeing a MACD crossover to the downside and seeing selling pressure come in after buying pressure is dying down. Maybe you might get something cheap and short, like back here, where you saw like, you know, selling pressure die down. It only did it for like a few hours and then it went back to buying pressure again. That would be nice to see. That could save your butt here on base, but I think we are going to lower prices here, and we'll probably create more bullish divergence as we go down to lower prices here for base. So take with that what you will. Maybe you're trying a long base, and I think you might be able to get it at a lower price. Alright guys, that's it for this live stream. I think we had a pretty good live stream. Let's see here on TikTok. I think I have 12 more followers here on TikTok. Appreciate that. YouTube, I don't know. Yesterday's live stream, we got 2 new subscribers that came onto the live stream yesterday. So hopefully the same thing happens again today. Just got more traders and investors in the Meet Gaming community, and you guys can continue talking to each other and talking to me on the Meet Gaming Discord. Don't forget to follow me here on TikTok if you haven't done so already. Then you can click on the Linktree link here. It'll take you to the Meet Gaming Linktree. And you got the Meet Gaming Discord server, which is free to join, not going to cost you anything. And then you click on that link, you get the invite. And then you can come see how Rich is doing with his signals indicator, his DeluxeAlgo indicator. But then you can also see like other traders here who are doing pretty well on their trades. You'll see when I go live. You can see what entries we're getting into when we're long in Bitcoin. All that good stuff. Share some memes here. Share your trade setups. You know, for the trade setups, we do have guys putting in like what their take profit, stop loss, and entries are at. All right, like Nasir over here, doing a I think he's doing like a long on Bitcoin here. Okay, but yeah, you know, we got the trade setups here. Okay, and then after you do well on your trade, forget to show your gains here, right? We got Cameron just doing crazy stuff here with 100x long on Loonsea. More Cameron, right? And then Tony doing a 8x, right? 8x, or not, sorry, 9x short on Swarm, up 178%. So there's other traders out there besides myself that you can learn from and share, you know, share your ideas here as to like, you know, what trades to get into. What might be the next trade that gets you like a 76% gain, right, on ENA or whatever, okay? But yeah, also you can ask me about a particular coin and I can try to look at it on the chart and give you screenshots as like what my thoughts are and what my ideas are about whatever particular cryptocurrency or stock you're trying to long or short. But yeah guys, that was a good live stream. Let's try to do this again at the same time tomorrow. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time. Take care and good luck trading in whatever asset you decide to get into, guys. Take care.